Sometimes life is all about perspective, and this is what I learned when I changed mine in my gap year. I found life quite funny sometimes because we can find ourselves in situations we didn't plan to be in, and perspective is what is going to change how you handle that situation. When I was in high school, my stewardship teacher, who also happened to be a pastor, told us his old-time advice for young people: take a gap year. I'm gonna be honest with you, maybe that idea would never cross my mind if it weren't for that teacher. I started thinking, prayer, and more thinking, and I decided I wanted to take a gap year. I'm blessed my parents understood and supported my decision and didn't rush me to life. The prime reason I took a year was because I wasn't sure what I wanted to study, but I was sure at the time was that I wasn't going to make a rushed decision and then regret it later. If I didn't know yet, then I will just wait. The world was still there, and I'd rather use that time for something else than in a career I didn't want it. I said to myself, if you're going to have time, don't waste it. I learned a lot of things. I proposed myself to learn things. I changed my perspective. I wanted to change, because change is good. If you don't change, you don't grow. Change is good, but it's also hard. In order to change, you have to let go of many things. Points of view, opinions, habits, people, beliefs, fear, anxiety, and some other things. And when you let go, you give space to new things. The first perspective I changed, and I'm still changing, was about myself. I said, okay, what do you want to do in life? What are you doing with your life? How do you see yourself? What do you want to change? What is your purpose? What questions, concern, and more concerns that we can just leave in our minds, or we can try to answer them and change. Do something different. If I was looking for different results, I needed to find a different way to do it. To be honest, I knew what I needed to do, and that was to grow more fondly with my Creator, with God. Who knows better how something works and how to fix it than who created it? I needed to look at the manual of the manufacturer, and I needed for him to remind me or tell me why was I created. I started to grow closer in a relationship with Yeshua, Jesus, and that helped me to grow closer into knowing myself. His gentle love and grace helped me to look deeper into things I needed to change in order to be better for myself, and in consequence, be better for other people. I know sometimes young is associated with foolish, mistakes, ignorant, inconsiderate, and yes, sometimes it is, but I knew I didn't want it to be just that. Yes, I'm gonna make mistakes, I'm not fully developed, and I'm still changing, but that doesn't mean I can't be wise, or mature, or not ignorant. The Bible says in Proverbs 1:7, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Fools despise wisdom and instruction. I'm not fool. I said I'm going to use my brain and not letting myself be wasted in today's society of rushing, receiving a lot of information, often irrelevant, not knowing what to do with it, overstimulating the brain to the point that your margin of attention has dropped considerably, that you can no longer pay attention in class. You have no opinions for yourself. You let yourself be influenced by anything or anyone because you do not know yourself. You don't have values or firm beliefs. You just follow whatever everyone's doing. And you don't even know if you like it or if it's for you. A society that doesn't think. I knew I didn't want that. God didn't create me to do that, to waste my potential, my time on earth. That's not me. So I started changing and learning about music, arts, ballet. I started reading and writing more. But of all things I learned about who I am. And I stand firm in the rock of my life, my everything, Yeshua. And now after a year, I'm starting a new chapter of my life. Not rushing, but walking hand by hand with Abba. So what can you change? I encourage you to look deeper into yourself, into your life, and propose and determine to yourself to be better, to grow, because change is hard, but change is good.